and welcome to the Business Spotlight. I'm Pat Dewar. We have a great show for you today. A lot of the viewers of this show are business owners. In fact, obviously the Business Spotlight, you would think that. And the thing that I want to really address today is it's the second half of the year, the last quarter, I guess, is really what it is. And there's a lot of concern for what reports need to be ready, what deadlines are coming up in dealing with the IRS or KGB or whatever you call those people, and hopefully they're not watching. But with that, I've got Jeff Pickering on again. Jeff has a master's in taxation. He is a jazz musician at night, and he does TV with me on occasion. So thank you so much, Jeff. Great to have you on my show again.
Thanks, Pat. It's a pleasure to be here, as usual.
I want to get right into some of the things that are due, coming, and that a business owner should be really concerned with.
Right. So let's put it in perspective. The average person pays about a third of their income in taxes. That's both federal, state, local, sales, whatever. Mm-hmm. You know, Tax Freedom Day happens for us in Texas sometime around the beginning of May. So a third of your working life is actually going to pay taxes. And if you are paying that much every year for something, you would want to try to get a discount.
I'm all in. I mean, just show me the discount and I'll move forward with that.
Right. So the unfortunate thing is that many people plan more for their vacation than they do for their taxes.
That's scary because, like you said, if you're working in almost 5 months or the end of the fifth month, just to pay Uncle Sam his due.
Yes, that's right. So beginning of the fifth month, and it's a lot of money. And you think business owners are lucky because they have the ability they have choices. They have the ability to change. Some individuals also have choices too. Some don't. So just in general, in tax planning, choices equals power and saving money.
Right.
So having set the stage there for what's at stake, this is the time of year for business owners to take a look and see what they can do and try to maximize their deductions, reduce their taxes. Taxes are so complex now that you really, I can tell you some ideas, but you really need to make an appointment and go through your particular situation. One of the big mistakes that business owners make is that if they're having a bad year, they assume they don't need to do any tax planning.
Oops.
That is wrong. Bad years are great for us because we look at those things as we look at losses as money in the bank for taxes. And if you don't take advantage of your bad years as well as your good years, then you're leaving money on the table.
Well, as we move into this last quarter, I know that there are deadlines coming up.
Yes.
And then there are certain things that any business owner, and obviously we want to throw the disclaimer out there that if you're a business owner and you're listening to this is not CPA advice or tax advice, it's just good information for edutainment, so to speak. And if you really want to talk to Jeff, you should, because I do. He's my CPA. So I guess I want to throw the disclaimer out there.
Thank you. Yes. Watching a great program doesn't make you a client.
Right.
So coming in and paying for advice makes you a client.
Okay. So now that we've got all the legal jumbo out of her, so what's coming up, and then what are some things that they should be looking at and moving towards, taking action on?
Right. So we have your immediate deadlines is we've got a third quarter estimated tax payment. Mm-hmm. That's coming up. So if you haven't made your estimated tax payments, you got to do that.
And what's the date on that?
That's September 15th.
Okay.
Okay. So you've got 2 more left in the year, and there are some tricks you can do in case you miss those. So, for instance, some of my business clients come in to me, and they come in December, which is kind of late, but still okay. We can do something about it. And what we do is we give them what's called a withholding paycheck. And when you do the withholding paycheck, it's as if you made the payments all throughout the year.
Nice.
Even if you made it in December. So that's one of the tricks we do in case you miss these dates. It's better, of course, to come in and make them on time and then be prepared to do some other strategies. What you need to do is you need to look at your books and understand that how the end of the year is going to turn out for you.
Right.
At this time of year, you have an idea of what it's going to be like, unless you're in a very strange business where you can't predict anything. But for most people, they know what the end of their year is going to look like, and we can go in and model their situation to what's going on in the current tax law.
So anything, I guess one of the things that we want to address today are looking at what are some of the tax changes that are coming, what are some of the new things that are already on the books that they should be looking at and paying attention to, and then even potential things that could come up. I mean, you got to admit, this is going to end up on YouTube, and so there's going to be a lot of information that'll change in time. So, one of the things you always want to make sure is that you recognize
Right.
this is kind of time-dated material, but it should be good information. This is the Business Spotlight. I've got Jeff Pickering, a master's in taxation, on the show, and we'll be right back after our messages.